What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Vader Vision, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I am Binks Vader. Lightsaber to the face of all the motherfucking haters, and I got quite a few of them. But oh well. Hey, welcome to Vader Vision, where everything here is not to be taken personal. It's only things the way I see them. That's it, man. First off, if you tapped in right now, man, I need you to do me a favor. Hit that share button. Shit. I can't tell y'all to hit the share button if I ain't hitting the share button. So I just hit the share button. And enough time for y'all to hit the share button. If you see what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Let's get them up in here, man. Dope show, man. Dope ass guest, man. I'm about to bring to y'all today, man. Someone that I've known for a long time, man. This is family. Very, very talented. Very he got the accolades and all, you know what I'm saying? Like just a dope ass motherfucker that I couldn't wait to do a show with. And I'm sure y'all gonna enjoy this shit, man. So I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. Without further ado, you know, this man got a little time, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna go ahead and make this shit shake, man. So without further ado, man, shout out to Ro motherfucking Spit, man. We're gonna bring RoSpit up in this motherfucker. What's up, Spit?
What up, though? That was like Steve Harvey, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, man, I'm getting better with this shit. I'm getting better and better, man, you know? How you doing, brother?
Man, I can't complain, bro. I'm blessed.
Word, man. Same here, man. First off, I want to say thank you for coming through, you know, and doing the show with me, man. This was on some last minute shit. I just seen him the other day, asked him. He said, yeah, we can do it. His schedule was so tight that he was like, man, can you do Monday? I said, hell yeah, we can do Monday. So we locked this motherfucker in for the day, man. You know what I mean? What's really been up with you, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Really acting. I'm working on the series right now, and then this TED Talk coming up. You know, that's
TED Talk.
TED Talk Pontiac. Yeah, it's like I didn't know it was such a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a major thing, and it's like a 10-minute speech about something you got a level of professionalism about, and but I gotta memorize the whole thing. So I've been every waking moment kind of
Working
just
on that.
try
Whole nother script,
memorize
huh?
the speech. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Go ahead and give an intro for those that been under a rock and don't know who you is. Go introduce yourself to them,
man. My name is RoSpit, rapper, DJ, actor, entrepreneur, retail store owner, designer, consultant, curator. Like I can't. It's something. Father, husband, all that.
The list don't stop. The list don't
stop, man. Just trying to be better than I was yesterday, to be honest.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. And you most definitely doing some shit that a motherfucker can watch and pattern themselves off after, man. Damn near a blueprint for motherfuckers, man. From the start to the finish. You know, we ain't gonna hold it up, man. We're gonna jump straight into it. I want to start by talking about Octane and Subterraneous Records.
Yes, sir.
Give me a little insight on that for the people that might not know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So Octane was my first rap name, and it came from. I had this, you know, when I first started rapping, I guess, or my thought process or the era I came from, you know, people kind of had to have a name, you know what I'm saying, like Method Man or whoever, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
So I came up with this thing that had to do with Friction was my DJ name, and that just come from the friction between my fingers and the record, you know what I'm saying? And then when I started rapping, it's like you add fire to that, and which is the octane or the gas, I'm sorry, octane, and then you got fire, and that's the name I came up with, bro. And that was the start of my rap career. Subterraneous Records is my cousin, the legendary One Below.
One Below, man. Hopefully I can get him up on this show one day. Ain't no telling what country he in right now.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It depends on where he at. Right. But yeah, man, he was like one of the first people I looked up to from the business side of rap. You know, just being completely honest, the first person I ever was like is the best rapper that I know is Poopy Dude. I grew up with him, and he was
Shout
like,
out to
he
Poopy
was the,
Dude.
yeah, he was the one that was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like I would go to Low and be like, man, you can't fuck with Poop. You know what I'm saying? And he used to be like, man, who the fuck are you talking about? But like Poop at one point was like my favorite. Poop is still one of my favorites though. You know what I mean? But as far as like the business and taking it from like just rapping with your friends or your cousin or your family or something to let's make money off of this and let's do shows and let's perform and let's tour and do that was One Below. And then he started with Binary Star, and then it broke away from that and made his own crew called Subterraneous, and that was me, Kodak, Elite,
Shout
Majestic
out to M80,
Legend,
Kodak.
yeah, M80, Malachi, Decompose, and then there were some subsidiaries, you know what I'm saying, from like Nick Speed and Elzai was originally like part of Binary, I mean part of Subterraneous,
Okay.
and then a couple other people. So yeah, it was a wild time.
Word up, word up. Hey, man, if you're just not tuning in, man, I want to say thank you for tuning in to Vader Vision, man. I also want to ask you to do a quick favor. Hit that share button, man. Hit that share button. And I need you to follow everything on Vader Vision. Follow Vader Vision on every platform, man. Vader Vision, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter X, YouTube, Facebook. You name it, man. Go ahead and follow Vader Vision on that, man. Make sure you hit that share button, man. We were talking about Subterraneous Records and Octane. What inspired or helped or facilitated the evolution from Octane to who we know now as RoSpit?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something crazy, bro. So I haven't told this story a lot. I have at times, but not a lot. So when I got the store, when I got Burn Rubber, it was these young guys hanging around the store, right? And those young guys basically turned out to be Big Sean, Earl Mack, Dusty McFly, like that whole crew of guys, right? And of course, Big Sean went on to become Big Sean, but this is when they were just hanging around the store. So my little bro, who is basically, I mean, he's the manager at Burn Rubber right now, but he was like the glue to all of that, right? And we had a studio set up in the store where we would record. You know what I'm saying? Like when the store closed down, we had set up the mic, put on the headphones, and just rap, right? And my man Early Mack, who was you know, for years Big Sean's hype man, in the Finally Famous crew, and has gone on to like pen, ghostwrite and pen some #1 hit records, like platinum hit records, right? But at the time we was in the studio or in the store, and he was like, he always called me even back then, you know what I'm saying? He was like, what is Octane? And I'm like, you know, I explained basically what I just explained to you, and he was like, man, that's weak. Right? I was like, damn, dog.
Oh, they
So
thought
he
I
was
was shit. Like, you don't get how we connect, nigga, man. That shit weak, man.
yeah, he was like, nah, that's trash, right? And then he was like, man, you need to change that, right? And I was like, the crazy thing is, I didn't ever really like it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just something I just kind of,
roll
and then
with it.
people started calling it, just roll with it. And then so for a minute, but he was the first one to tell me that was whack. That was like the name, whack. So then after that, my man Low Sport, who was engineering at that time, when he would come to the store and after hours and engineer the sessions, I was talking to him about it, and he was like, man, you know, the best rap names is what you was called growing up, bro. Like, don't think about it too much. You know what I'm saying? But my thing, when I was growing up, they called me Roro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
You wasn't about to go with Roro.
Never about to go with that. So like, other than that, they called me Ro, right? Which is like, it's just plain. But at the time, my boys was calling me Spit because I was rapping, right? So he was like, you know, he was talking. He's like, man, just put that together. You RoSpit. You know what I'm saying? And now, like a lot of people just call me Spit. and that's kind of, and that connected, and that like that stuck.
That's
So that's
solidified.
how, yeah, that's how it came about. But Early Mac was the first person to tell me that it was whack, that the
Say,
name was
hey
whack.
man, listen, if your homeboy tell you your name whack, man, listen to him because you might think of something a little bit more better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Something to
sure.
fit a little bit more better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, now through all of the rap, rap music, and I don't want to spend too much time on rap music because you do so much shit. You know what I'm saying? But through your career, your rap career, give me one of the highlights, one of the time you look like I love doing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Man, it was so many times.
I'm sure you got a lot of them.
Yeah, I got a lot, but the probably the towards the top, if not the highest point, is um getting a chance to work with Bun B, and meeting, like going to a place, to St. Andrews. He had a show at St. Andrews, and I was going there to try to meet him. You know, like you know how it is, man. Like you put yourself in the places that of the people that you want to be next to.
You're
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Rub shoulders with the
And just
people.
yeah, and just try to maneuver, and hopefully something organic comes about. And then it was crazy because it wasn't, for whatever it was, it wasn't a Bun B show. He was like hosting a Red Bull, whatever, and it wasn't a lot of people there. So he ended up getting off stage and just like walking through the middle of the crowd. And I was like, so, and I can't remember who I was with, one of my boys. And I was like, like going to him to stop him, and like on some like, hey, Mr. B, or Mr. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be on some is cool but as awkward as possible, right? And I was like, yo, man, my name RoSpit. And he was like, man, chill that out, bro. I know who you are. And I was like, what? You know what I mean?
Like,
And
you
then he
already
started,
know.
yeah, and then he started like naming songs off. And the crazy thing about it is, he I had, at the time, I had a song with him, right? But it was through the producer. So I never met him, I never talked to him. The producer that I did the song with got him on the track.
Got him on it, right?
And a lot of times when you do stuff like that, man, you was like, you doing that for another person, and you don't care, you don't particularly care who it is.
Yeah,
You
where
don't
the
care
verse
what it's,
land, who it is you
yeah,
doing it with.
you
Yeah.
may not even hear the full song ever, right? And he was like, I was like, yeah, man, we did the song together. He like, man, come on, bro, like chill out with that, man. He
Come
was
on,
like,
man.
and he started naming songs, start like reciting my verse, and I was just mind blown, bro. And so that's probably like the best feeling I've had in the music thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I know, man, you do so much in that, and you put so much heart and effort and soul into it, and at the independent level, it's not often that you get it gives it back to you, right?
Right.
Like the game don't always give it back to us. So
Right.
those few times where it's like, man, damn, bro, Bun B knows Bun B knows who I am.
Right.
What else I gotta do?
He
I'm
just
straight,
rapped my verse to me, nigga. Like
bro.
that's
I
what's
am
up.
cool, man. It don't get no better than that. You know what I mean? So that's like top of the food chain for me.
Dig that, man. So early 2000s come, man. You're doing music. You decide to step off into the fashion game, in the boutique in the store. How did that come about? The transition from, you know what, damn, let me do this shit.
So around that time when it was like early 2000s, probably like 02, 03, something like that. I started flipping shoes, right? And not how the game is today, where people like buy Jordans on the Saturday, and then trying to sell them for
Sell them
$100, two
all
hundred
off,
dollars
yeah.
more. Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was I was first. It's funny. I was going to New York, that on certain weekends, and we was buying Fugazi throwback jerseys and like Fugazi True Religions and shit, and coming back and selling them, right? And then I had when I went out there, I found I was already up on Bape, like Bathing Ape, but it wasn't in the States yet. It was in Japan. So I randomly made a wrong turn coming back home from New York one day, and it was a Bape store. And I had like I I think at the time they cost like $200 or something, and I had like $220 in my pocket, and with tax and everything, or maybe 240 or something with tax and everything, it came up to like 230 or something like that, whatever the number was. And I like peeled off my last 200 or whatever and paid for it, and was like one of the first people in Detroit that was rocking real Bapes, right?
Right.
So when I started going back, I started trying to I would go with enough money to get another pair, right? And then I would come back and sell that pair for 400 and something.
Right.
Just so it's like I didn't pay for I got my pair for
I got
free.
mine free.
Yeah, I wasn't really particularly trying to make a lot like money. I was just like trying to get myself to zero.
Right.
And that's kind of how I got into it, man. Start as far as selling clothes. And then the opportunity presented. So I had the idea I wanted to open up my own store, and then Burn Rubber opened up, and then through that it opened up in 2004, and then in 2007 or 6ish, they were trying to sell because the owner had like a job out in Portland or whatever. And me and my old business partner, we put ourselves in a position and ended up buying the store. And then, but that like I had no prior knowledge of retail or owning a business or nothing, man. We just kind of started with after we bought the store. I think we had like $10,000, $15,000 in the bank, and we took that and started making T-shirts. And flip and like
the original Burn Rubber
10
joint.
made 20. Yep. 10 made 20, 20 made 40. And we just been flipping ever since. You know what I'm saying?
The hats came in for you had a
hats
store
was
full of
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, hats was crazy, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dig that. Hey man, if you're just tuning in, man, shouts out to you, shouts out to everybody in the comments. Brotherhood Hibachi, what's up, brother? Let me get one of them plates, man. Let me get one of them plates about you. M.I. Vixen, what's up, baby girl? DJ Two Fly, what's up, everybody in the comments, man? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. But if you're watching right now, man, hit that share button, man. We on live with my main man, RoSpit, just chopping it up, man. You know what I mean? I want to show y'all how much I admire the shit that he do by bringing him on here and broadcasting to y'all, basically fronting that he my friend. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is my people. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of artists look at to start a business or something for stability to get through. The music don't always bring money, you know what I'm saying? So when you did start Burn Rubber and it started picking up, did you think that it would be what it turned into? It's turning it. You got a whole nother story, the 218, you know what I mean? Did you think that it was going to go that far, or was it just something you was doing out of love for shoes and fashion?
No, yeah, I for sure knew it would go that, as far like I knew then that like I manifested this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I knew, like I saw it, you know what I mean? I saw it, I spoke it, I put it into the universe, and I walk towards it with faith. You know what I mean? So it's funny, man. Like everything that I do, that's how I go about it. You know what I mean? So it's like people ask me that question a lot. Like, man, could you ever see yourself, starring in a movie? Yes, I did before anybody else saw it. You know what I mean?
You seen it before anybody else, damn it.
Before anybody else, bro. I saw having multiple stores, you know what I mean? And in time, sometimes that changes, right? Once I got the 2 stores, I'm like, I'm good. I don't want anymore. It's a lot of headache and a lot of work that I don't really want to, because I do so much other things, right? If I want to continue to do these, I can't continue to open up stores, because that's the foundation for me, right? That
right.
The stores is the one thing that, like, I knew if I could get my stores to run themselves, have a good team, good management, good leaders, that when I'm away, then I can go to New York for a week. I could go to Paris to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I can go on tour for a month, because that's running itself. So even if I'm not making a ton of money over here, or I'm barely scraping, kind of using, trying to build my experience or my portfolio up in rap and DJing and acting or whatever, I'm not basing all of that on money. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I always looked at it like time is the most valuable thing, right? Because as long as you have time, you can make money. So when I got the store and then added a second store, that's gonna that feeds my family, that runs my household, that does all the things that I and then and for me, everything else is like a cherry on top, and then a strawberry on top, and then a blueberry on top, and I just kind of keep adding to that, and it just it just keep growing.
Hey man, salute to you, man. Way to wear all those hats. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Um,
Appreciate it.
you've done collaborations with Reebok. I didn't get those, but you did a collaboration with Jordan. I do have those. In fact, those are the only pair of Michael Jordan's Binks Vader Eastside Ass has ever purchased in his life with a RoSpit 218 tools, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love.
Talk
I got
about
something special for you though.
I was about to say, talk about those collaborations, but also I would like to know when we getting some stripes, man. When we getting some stripes, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker in line.
So just going back for the original collaborations, like with Burn Rubber, we've done collaborations with I think we started around 2010ish, maybe 9ish, and we started with New Balance. We probably did 5 to 7 pairs of New Balances, if not more. Reeboks, Puma, trying to see what other brands, Fila. It's been about 20, about like close to 20 or 20, maybe a little bit more collaborations over since the beginning. And then when I opened up 218, I got the opportunity to work with Jordan Brand and do that Jordan 2, man. So that was like the most special thing. That was like the top of the barrel, top of the mountain for me. And it's a thing that it's a thing that like only a handful of people, let alone even less Black people, even less stores has done. So I'm like grateful for that. And it was just a special moment in time, man. But for like so 2000 and next year, 2027 is my 20th year in like business and being an entrepreneur, which is also Burn Rubber's 20th anniversary or whatever. But I'm really celebrating myself and the businesses. You know what I mean? So with that, we got, bro, I'm dropping probably five pair of Adidas next year.
Man,
and
shut the fuck up.
And then after that, probably like over the next how many years, man, ain't no telling how many Adidas we gonna drop, bro. But we just signed this collaborative partnership with Adidas, man. So it's gonna be special. The first one is dropping February 18th, 218 of 2027. So that's Burn Rubber's 20th and 218's 5th year anniversary.
Okay.
And that's a newer running shoe. And then the crazy one, 2 weeks after that, March 1st, like around March 1st, we dropping we bringing back Concords.
Man, that's one of my favorite. I was just telling my shoe guy the other day, man. Concords is off the map, but them was my favorite ones. You know, I like them more than the top 10s.
Yeah. So they're allowing us to bring back Concords for North America. You know what I'm saying? Really for the world. We're gonna be the first ones because they haven't released a pair since like 2017 or 2016 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna be the ones that bring them back to the bring it back to the game. And so we dropping 2 pair. We dropping a pair on March 1st, and then another pair with alongside Snipes and like Puffer Reds and some other store on 313 day of next year. So in a month, we dropping 3 pair of Adidas.
Man, listen, I am here for all 3 pair, man. Make sure you let me know. Hit me in the inbox. Say, look, Banks, this the day this nigga. I'm there the day them motherfuckers drop, man. And y'all heard it right. Man, hold on. Hit the fucking share button, man. If y'all ain't just
don't nobody know that. And
we just got an exclusive right here on Vadar Vision, fam. Yeah, RoSpit in 218, linking up with Adidas next year, man. And in March, we got about 3 motherfucking pair gonna be dropping, man. And I'll have all of them, man. Make sure y'all tap in with this shit, bro.
Hey, I want to say something too. So I've been trying, bro, and I've talked to you about this. So if anybody watching, I've been trying to find a picture of the tree, you know, with all the shoes hanging up. Remember, they had the 3 tree. They had a article in the Oakland Press. Whatever, can't remember what year it is.
It was 1997. They cut the tree down and did the whole interview. They interviewed us and talked to a few people and took pictures. They drove away about 3 trucks full of shoes full of Adidas that we took out them trees, man.
If anybody, bro,
Oakland Press, I don't know where you can find the Oakland Press archives.
If anybody watching this can find a picture of the tree back then, find the article or anything.
The article. I had the article. I'm trying to remember where the fuck I put them up. I had the article. I cut it out the paper.
Listen, if y'all find that, it's my word. I'm doing a Threek Eastside Pontiac shoe, bro. If y'all can find me that, it's gonna be Threek Tree, Shirley Creek, something. But I'm going. If you can find me a picture of anybody, even if somebody just was riding down the street and got a picture, like what your auntie,
show a picture of the tree.
Whoever, if you could find a picture of that tree. The article would be amazing.
I know Carla, rest in peace, C Murder. I know she got somewhere in her collection. She got one.
Please, I probably
I'm gonna make it my job to find you that picture, brother. I'm gonna make it my job to find you that picture. You heard it here, right here on Vadar Vision first, man. A 218 and Adidas collab is coming soon, man. Make sure y'all fuck with everything 218. Where they can go to find everything straight on the internet.
Yep. On the website, you can go to 218.com, TWO18.com, or burnrubberdetroit.com. My Instagram page, ro_spit, like all that.
Word, man. Y'all make sure y'all shop, man. Support this man, bro. I got some other things we're gonna get into, but before we do that, I want to play your Hall of Fame freestyle. For sure. Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, you know what I'm saying. I know this ain't what you're pushing, but man, you a dope ass MC too, brother. You a dope ass MC.
Let's run it.
All right, let's run it.
Niggas done got me out of retirement. Hall of Fame. RoSpit, Rose Gold. 14 KT, what up, though? Get loose real quick. Hey yo, run up in the store, nigga, ball till you fall. A couple thousand on the drip, I just got a black fit on. Bitches on the tip, I just clown with my didogs. Dinner when I chew, it's just more than I bit off. Shit in here the same, but it changed with the toilet though. Toilet bowl cold, get a bang when the 40 blow. Or we go, set up on the scene with a Hori, no, Maury show. She ain't it, my baby, we just on the low. All this dope for show is what these lame niggas calling for. Play it safe, I can't go for that, it's like I'm hauling notes. Saw the smoke burn when the water hit the fire. That desire is a liar we admire from a foreign coast. Most real niggas, they don't brag, they don't boast. Most real killers get a drag when it's smoke. Most of the money getters in the lab when it's on. In the zone or on the phone, we up and at it in the morning. Getting loose, shaking the dust off. Yeah. Got one more?
Got one more. This nigga's a rapper
I
too,
hear
man.
you niggas signing deals for the bag just to blow. I'm saying save and invest. You saying I ain't get the memo. Shit ain't been the same since I came through that ditto. Get some change, just the same nigga ditto. Came from the ghetto, dodged the same bullets you did. Made it out alive, then I gave you the blueprint. 2 cents a dollar and the dream, that's all that you get. The only nigga start with 50 cent, we call him Who Kid. Who slid up in your baby mama where her tooth is? You did. I'm talking to myself, it's the truth shit. Lose it, then I find the rapture where the loop is. Carrot gold, damn that shit is sick, I call it lupus. Flu shit, Razor Ramon sharp with the toothpick. I do this, pay me to talk greasy, what you get? Nothing out of, I just bought your spot and I get the fuck up out of. From the bottom, gun around them, you don't want no fucking problems.
Man, shit.
Told y'all niggas I'm retired, man. I might come back though. Hall of Fame, thanks for having me. Burn Rubber Detroit, 218. Yaktown from the west. My name is RoSpit. Spit.
That's crazy, man.
Spit.
That's wild. That's wild.
Man, look here, brother, man. You always been one of them niggas on the mic, fam. I'm gonna keep it real. That's why every time I've been working on something, you know what I'm saying, I always make sure I reach out, you know what I'm saying, to you, brother. You dope as fuck. You know.
Thank you, bro. That mean the world coming from you, man. Appreciate
it. Man, most definitely, man. Matter of fact, I got something that ain't released us that I might need to come to 218 shoot a visual for that shit, man. I might just do
Let me know.
218, man. Bet.
Let me know.
But that's music, man. Like I said, bro, you did so much, you know what I mean, as far as the music, then turned into, you know, a bit your businessman, you know, shoe store, boutique, and all that shit, man. But now it's like you've opened another chapter, and you're a thespian.
Yeah.
You're an actor, and talk to me about just that. Having fun doing this, man. Where did it come from?
Yeah, that's what it's turning into. Just kind of having fun, man. I'm in a place, in a space where I'm blessed because you know everybody doesn't have that platform or that chance to do it. But I'm having fun out here, man. I'm doing the things that I always wanted to do. You know what I mean? One thing about myself, I noticed some years ago that I feel you know, everybody's put on this earth for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. And not all the time people find out or find what their purpose is or what one of their purposes are. And I really feel I was put on this earth to show people that anything that your mind can think of or anything that you ever wanted to do, if you don't do it, it's you that's stopping yourself from doing it.
Man, listen to this shit here, man. Listen to this shit. Yeah. Hey, hit that share button right now. Hit that share button. This nigga's dropping fucking jewels, man. Anything that you want to do, set your mind to doing it, and you can do it. That's what this man is saying.
It's all about the goals that you set. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people set, and there's nothing wrong with setting a lofty goal, right, or a high goal. But the way I look at it, you should set goals as steps to get you to your high goal, right? You know, people say like something like a couple years ago, I did a boxing match, right? I wanted it's like when I was younger, I wanted to box. My mom wouldn't let me box, and then when I became an adult, I started training, and I started boxing, and I started and I did a boxing match with my mans. And I sold out the gym and made some money doing it, right? Now, if my goal was to be a world champion like Floyd Mayweather, then I failed. You know what I'm saying? But if my goal was to become a boxer and do a boxing match and make $1,
really train, really box,
yeah, then I was a success. Now, if I decided to keep going with that, who knows what I would have been, or if I would have started earlier or whatever. But I just apply that same thought process to everything I do, man. And it's like, you know, they talked about Jesus, man, so they're gonna talk about you. You feel me? And my
Yeah.
thing is, the things that I do, I set my goals, or something that I want to do. I set out to do it, and I walk towards it and get it done. And that's what makes me be able to look in the mirror. So as long as I can look in the mirror, I don't care what the next man's saying.
Hey man, facts. The wrong one, policy. My man. Sable Point. Don't look back. Loyalty over trust. Who killed Terrence Brown? My forever Valentine. These damn kids. Like you man, shit, man. You damn near about over a dozen fucking movies, man, and constantly
It's
working.
crazy.
You know, like I said, as I was trying to set this interview up, you was telling me like I can do it any day, but well, I can let me find a day because I'm on call. So nigga, they call me, I'm going to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we was able to make this happen. But damn, man, it's such a small span. How many years you been doing this acting shit?
I started in 2021 or 2. I think I shot the first thing I did in 2021, but it came out in 2022 or something like that. So, okay. And then so that's, you know, it's crazy. It don't seem like 5 years, but it's, you know, it's been about 5 years, maybe even 6. You know.
Damn. And so 5 years in, you are like over a dozen fucking movies. You working on something right now, right?
Yeah. So it's crazy. I got like, I think it's the number is like around 15 that's out with the other brother, when the other brother just dropped. But then I got 15 movies that are done right now that it's just a matter of when they come out. Like, but you know, stuff will be dropping all summer throughout probably like the rest of the year. And then currently I'm shooting a series right now that is, you know, that'll probably be out later in the year, maybe even early next year, because it's 5 episodes. But it's dope, man. And I feel like everything, the things that the opportunities that are coming my way are just it's stretching my acting range, and it's showing people that I'm not just learning lines, that I'm getting better at this. I'm still taking acting classes. Like I said, I want to be better tomorrow than I was today. And that's all, whether it's 5% or 500%. And that's how I'm going about it. But it's like, it's fun, man. It's kind of draining once you start tapping into, like, you know, kind of, sometimes you on set. I know you did that joint with Meezy, and I'm pretty sure y'all was on set for hours and hours and waiting around and doing this and doing that. And then when you start getting into like, you know, emotions and crying and being mad and tapping into these other things, man, it weighs on you. But it's dope to see that and be believed and be believable on camera, because everybody's not really believable, man. So it's dope.
True. Like, what inspired the jump from, you know, rap to, you know, the boutique and all of that, and DJing, you know what I'm saying, to acting? What inspired that?
Each one has its own reason, I guess. But overall, I just never wanted to be put in a box. Like, when people told me I couldn't do something, I used to be like, why? Like why did your mind why are you so small-minded that you think, like, and by no means am I comparing myself to Denzel or Michael B. Jordan, but I'm like, if they could do it, why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Kid Capri could DJ, why can't I? Right? If whoever can own the store, why can't I? If such and such could design a shoe, what makes me different? You know what I'm saying? And to the point that, to the negative. So I just always thought to myself, like, it's these things that I wanted to do, and I was always, my mindset was to always find a way to make money doing it, even if it's a couple dollars, like whatever it is. if I could turn it into a business, that's what I'm gonna do. So with the acting thing, that's like the most recent. It was something that I always wanted to do. It was something that I always admired about people, and how they did it, just how they memorized their lines, like just the whole dynamics of acting and filmmaking. And then some, like my friends, I used to work at for Chrysler Financial, and one of my friends, Kamal Smith, who I met there, he started doing plays, and so I would go support his plays back in the day, and then he ended up having like a show on TV, like a series on Channel 20 back in the day, and he asked me to come on and do like a just kind of come on one episode and do a little part or whatever. And come to find out, man, at the time I didn't even realize who the people were that was standing next to me. But it was me, Sino, Hydro, and DJ BJ, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And and that was like and I only had one line. I was terrified. I just wanted to make sure I said it the right way. And then when like later on, that when the pandemic hit, you know how you watch Netflix, and everything was you watch everything on Netflix, and now it's this thing called Tubi where it's these Detroit hood movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm watching them, I had already watched like Plug Love and a couple of movies, but I'm watching these movies like these are my people, man. You got Murder Pain, Coach Thomas, Kamal Smith, um, all these people. I knew Ebony Tates. You know what I'm saying? Like
Shout out to
these are
Ebony. I'm
people that
trying to
I
get her
knew.
up on the show too, man.
Yeah, Ebony's like the GOAT at that shit, man. You'll see her, if she hasn't already done anything, up there with the Tyler Perrys and headed to Hollywood in no time,
Word,
man. She's incredible. But I
word.
was seeing all these people that I knew, and I'm like, man, I want to do that. I want to do that shit. And I was like, it was just a challenge. And then I took an acting class, and then took another acting class, and then the roles start coming in, and then I just been on fire ever since then.
Word up, man.
Yeah.
People know RoSpit. People knew RoSpit, the rapper. Um, how did you come about your first role? Like where you actually had lines and not just the one, you know what I mean? One line, one type shit where, how did you come about the first role that you had multiple lines, multiple scenes?
So my man Ron Elliott, Ron O, he wrote that movie. Oh no, that wasn't was that the first movie? I believe the first movie I did was um Quick Money. Quick Money, the movie about the taxes.
You with
And it's funny.
with Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon. So Ron, I think Brandon hit me first. He hit me up first and was like, I'm doing this movie. But he's like, his man's Ron, who wrote it and who was directing it and everything, kind of saw me. He had a role and he thought I could play it, right? And so he was the first person that kind of was like, I'm gonna give him a shot. And it's funny because I tell you off camera or whatever, but the character is based on somebody we know. It's like a real life. Uh, it's like a pulled from real life, but we created it, made it a lot different. But the
Right,
original
right, right.
storyline is from something that really happened with like somebody I used to hang with. You know what I'm saying? So when it was brought to me, I'm like, oh snap, and then
Oh, probably got a call. We can't hear you. Hey, do me a favor. Leave out and come back. Leave out and come back. We can't hear you. You're gonna have to leave out. You're gonna have to leave out. You're gonna have to leave out and then come back to the link. Click the link and come back in. Yeah, man. Right quick, man. Hit that share button, man. We on live with RoSpit, man. It's going down. You know, we just going over. We done went over his music career. We done went over Burn Rubber and 218 and the fashion icon that he is in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? We done went to now we in acting. We talk about acting, man. Talented brother. Doing a whole bunch of shit, man. We're gonna get into more movies, man. He got like over, if you say 15 movies, about to drop them all. He just gotta leave and come back and make quick. Okay, boom. So RoSpit on his way back, don't sweat it. But yeah, man, you know, we just chopping it up, man. We got an exclusive right here on Vader Vision, man. RoSpit say that 2027. Burn Rubber and 218. 218 is, you know, it's 218. 218 is going to be doing a collaboration with Adidas. So for 313 Day and also 218, which is 218 Day, expect some Adidas. Expect some Adidas. All right, roll back.
Man, you know, like people ain't nobody called me all day.
That's what I say. You got to call as soon as it blinked. As soon as it blinked, I said, "Oh, that's a call." Mid-sentence and shit.
I tried to cancel it. I tried to just cancel it, but
that's what fucked the sound. That's what fucked the sound up. But go ahead.
Yeah, what was we talking
about? The first role you got was Quick Money.
Oh yeah, yep. So I did that, and I had such a good time doing that, man, and kind of it was really challenging because I got this thing where I don't have the greatest memory, or I haven't really displayed the greatest memory, even with rapping. That's one of the main reasons I always had a hype man, is so because I used to get up on stage and always forget my lyrics.
Right.
So I did that and kind of created this character, and it worked, man. And like ever since then, like when people saw that or people heard about it, I just been getting roles ever since, man. And I think it's like one of those things where I won't allow myself to be stagnant. Like I'm always gonna be getting better, and I think that's one thing that people appreciate about me. And then like my next role after that was the wrong one, and that was a lead. You know what I'm saying? So like I know people that have shot, 30, 40 Tubi movies and never have played the lead. You know what I'm saying? And like my second role was the lead. So and I most of the things, if I'm not the lead in a movie, I'm either unless I'm just got like a cameo, I'm like the direct support to the lead normally. Right. So that's been a blessing.
Word up, man. You've said that acting fills the part of you that rap once did.
Yeah.
Do you want that, like the way that you wanted rap? Do you want that for acting right now?
Man, that's a great question, bro. And nobody has ever asked me that.
Hey, man, Vader Vision, man. Welcome to Vader Vision, baby.
Yeah, I think I would say not currently, but it can get there.
You see right? You see it.
Yeah, like so with rapping, at one point in time, I felt that I was on a trajectory to be like mainstream, and I was going for it, and I really wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like and I had a lot of things going for me, that was pushing that way, until I got in the game and saw how fucked up it is and how fake it is and how some of the things that you have to do to get in those spaces. And I'm like, I don't want no parts of that. I can't play that game, right? And when it's like finding out the Easter Bunny is fake or Santa Claus is fake. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man. I get all the way here, and it's like I like really it is, so it kind of like it was like a bubble burst, right? And and I haven't, maybe I just got a different mindset going into acting or going to film and movies, where I already know that about you, instead of like not knowing and finding out. Like I know that's what's in front of me, right? but I'm not even, and I'm not really trying to go there. Like I don't have aspirations, or I'm not particularly pushing to go to Hollywood. If it happens, it happens, cool, but it's gonna have to happen on my terms. Like I'm perfectly fine building what I'm building in independent film. You know what I mean?
How I'm doing it, right?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Like I have no, like some people like, man, I can't wait till Tyler Perry call me. I'm like, I could care less if Tyler, like, you know, maybe one day he does, but I'm not going out of my
Till
way
then,
to
this
be
what it
seen by
is.
it.
This what it
I'm
is.
not to
Till
be
then,
seen by it. Yeah, that's just what it is. So, but I could see like the things that I sought from rap, from an accolade standpoint of like just, you know, when you stand on stage, you ain't standing on stage because you don't want to be the man. You know what I'm saying? You're not standing on stage because you don't want to be the coolest person in the room, right?
True.
So the things I'm getting those accolades from rap, I mean from acting at a faster pace than it happened with rapping.
With rapping.
So that's what and that's what fills that void for me, right? That's what when you walk somewhere and they like, yo man, you dope and you this and man, I can't wait till your show tomorrow and blah blah blah, and it's like that's times 10 with this acting thing, man. It's like the reach that these movies are getting. You know, these movies are getting, you know, millions of views in a month, or you know, 1 million plus views in a weekend. So I'm going places from. I mean, I was in Mexico, bro. I was in Mexico in the ocean, just chilling, and a chick walked from the other end of like another resort because she saw me and was like, I was watching your movie on the plane. Like, oh my God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. That's never happened with rap, right? I be in a crazy. I was at a funeral this past Saturday on Linwood and something in the trap, right?
Right.
I'm in Detroit. We in the trap, and I'm leaving. I'm getting in my car to go to this to go film, and this nigga walking down the street, and he cut through the parking lot and walking up on me, and it's some niggas in the next car that I was leaving with. So these niggas kind of like gripping up and like, man, what the fuck going on? And this nigga like, man, keep doing your thing with the movies, bro. Love that shit over here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's love. That's
love.
That's like the realest shit ever. So that's the part that it feels, man. So I could see it like the passion for it growing stronger than rap was, because the things that I'm trying to achieve, I'm achieving them way faster than I did with rap.
Okay. I got you. Oh shit, it paused.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you use like, you know, your skills from being a rapper? You know, your stage presence, your projection. Do you use some of that in acting?
Yep, 100%, bro.
In your acting.
Yep, I tell people all the time, like, especially at the independent level, starting off, it might be different in Hollywood, right? It might be different once you get out there, but at the independent level, I tell people that if you've ever rapped before, if you ever got on stage, whether you was dancing or rapping or doing whatever, right? Doing mime, whatever, if you ever have performance in your history, let alone having to speak in front of people, you're 3 or 4 steps ahead of probably 80% of the people that's trying to start out. You know what I'm saying? So most people that's trying to start out, they gotta get rid of the fear of standing up in front of people. They got to get rid of the fear of speaking in front of people. They have to get comfortable, and then they still have to get comfortable doing it. And then they gotta wipe the thought process of looking stupid or feeling stupid. You know what I'm saying? So that right there,
right,
you can get up in front of any room or any crowd from if you at the governor's mansion or if you in Shirley Creek and stand up and say whatever you got to say, right? Everybody can't do that. Most people can't. I can't even say everybody. Most people can't do that. So if you starting out, and I would still encourage you to take an acting class, right? Because there's other little nuances that you could learn. But somebody like you, for instance, I would encourage it, bro. I would encourage it. You're gonna start out 4 or 5 steps ahead of probably 80% 98% of the people that do this shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Because I already
saying?
know how to control. I know how to control the room, man. Command the crowd and
Yeah.
all that, man. Pay attention to me. I know how to do that
Yep.
shit, man. I don't know. Y'all might see me
Yeah.
go and really step up into this acting shit. I did that one movie with Meezy. Shout out to Cash on Delivery. That's on Tubi right now. Go ahead and tap into that too, man. You know what I mean? What type of training, do you do? To help towards, your growth and everything as an actor.
So right now, so I took two acting classes early on. I took Kamal Smith's class, which was phenomenal, and I took Moolah Films class, which is also phenomenal. And they're both beginning acting level courses, but both of those teams or both of those guys are incredible at what they do, and they're great teachers as well, right? And
Right.
since then, I've been getting so many scripts. Like every time I feel like I got a break or I could take another class, I get 2 or 3 scripts. So I kind of am learning on the job. And other than that, it's like I study, I watch all kind of movies from Tubi to Amazon Prime to Netflix to whatever, and I study what I like about actors, and I try to mimic that and make it my own. I study what I hate about actors, what I completely dislike, and what I think makes an actor bad. I study that to know what not to do, and then still open to criticism. I'm open to direction. A lot of actors. A lot of these movies have really good directors. Some of them have no directors. It's just budget wise. But when there's a director or somebody that I feel that I respect and I feel is good at what they do, I take that all and I just kind of do what I can do with what I know. And then also like I'm taking another acting class in May next month. My man Brian Taylor, just to go deeper into like scene breakdown and diving into like becoming a character instead of playing a character.
Yeah, I'm gonna get at you, man, and see about getting in one of them classes, enrolling my damn self in one of them classes, man.
Yeah.
Let me play something right quick. Play something right quick, man.
I'm out here fighting for my motherfucking life, and y'all niggas gonna turn y'all backs on me?
Look, bro, it ain't no.
Get your motherfucking hands off me, nigga.
You want it for murder. You gonna get us all locked the fuck up.
Well, get the fuck on, you hoe ass nigga. You too, bitch. Y'all niggas think I need y'all? I put that little hoe ass money in you broke ass niggas' pockets. I'm out here getting this motherfucking money. I'm out here fighting for my motherfucking life, and y'all niggas gonna turn y'all backs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what the training day?
Yeah,
Nigga went Denzel on them niggas real quick. Motherfuckers, I'm the motherfucker.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And
That's all to you, man.
I went that was one of the first times I like went off script completely. You know what I'm saying? Like
Word?
a lot of that wasn't written. You know what I'm saying? And that it wasn't supposed to be like that. And but that was one of the first. I shot that like last year, 2020, like last summer, the end of last summer. I think we shot that, and it was one of the first. It wasn't the first role, but it was one of the first roles that I was they call it method acting, where like when I'm on set, don't call me Ro. Like I'm not gonna answer if you call me Ro. You gotta call me Josh, right?
Yeah.
I'm the
whatever
character.
The scene, whoever the character is, that's me.
Yeah, and I got into it where like once you tap into knowing the script in totality, and you created the character, right? So once you get into that, can't nobody else tell you what the character would or would not say.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So at that point, that's when you can start going off script, because that's what I felt in my heart of hearts that a nigga like that in that position would say. You know what I'm saying? And would do when his back is completely against the wall and he felt like everybody is abandoning them. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
not even for a good reason. So so yeah, man, that was like one of the first times I kind of tapped in at that level. But that showed me that I can really do this on a different level. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was dope, man. We was on the east side. You know what's funny? We was on 7 Mile and Gratiot on one of the side streets. That's my
What's
man.
on
My man
7 Mile and Gratiot?
What's up? What that scene right there? That's what I was told the nigga. Go watch the other brother, nigga. That was on 7 Mile and Gratiot. The whole shit. You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, my man grew up over there. So we shot, and we was on the block at 2:00 in the daytime, man. And grandma's was looking out the window and all kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Man, that's what's up, bro. How many times y'all had to do that scene, man? How many times? How many takes you had to go through?
So something like that. How that works usually? Well, for us, or for when I do stuff like that, I do. We shoot the other people first, like their takes, and then I like to do with that one. I told the director, the director / videographer, I told him, I was like, yo, I got something planned. I told him off to the side. And I was like, I don't want the niggas that I'm in the scene with to know, because I want their actual reaction. They're like real life reaction. So like when I pushed his hand, like, get your motherfucking hand off me, nigga. He didn't know I was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So he got to stay in character and be like, man, you know, some character would have punched the nigga in the face, but some nigga like thinking like, yo, this my man. I know he tripping. I ain't gonna even cut. I'm gonna let him have it. And thank God that's what he did, and it made the whole thing better. But I only did that really one take, and that was when the camera was really on me. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of went through the motions of it, but getting that hype and getting to that level, I only did one time for real. Like a lot of times when I cried, when I had to cry, I did that one time. The other times I just kind of went through the motions. And then when it's my shot, when the camera's on me,
it's for you, right?
You know, he like, bro, this the shot, this the ones. So get there, and then I got to get into
this the close up. This is where they gonna see you crying and shit, nigga.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Dig. What are some of what's like? Give me a highlight or a favorite moment in acting that you've been acting since you've been acting.
That movie, The Other Brother. The Other Brother is probably it. That's up there. Just the being the main character, diving in completely. A lot, you know how it is when like say you go make a song, right, and you just write it. And you reading it off your phone, and it's you listening to it, and you like it's good. But once I learn the lyrics, I'm
gonna drop the verse in and out, one take, Jack.
But then it's sometimes when you write a verse on the spot and you say it exactly how you want to say it, the inflections come out exactly how you want to. Like everything is on point, and that's kind of what it was with that. Like everything that from my facial acting to my body acting to the emotions. To the going off script and coming back, and all of that stuff was exactly how I planned it, and exactly how it came out, exactly how I wanted it to, and and that was dope. That was so it's that Loyalty Over Trust. That was one of my favorites. That whole thing, that whole script, and that whole movie was. I think that was the first time. I think that I can't remember if Loyalty Over Trust or if Justice. It was whatever one of those that was first. That was the first time that I had got completely into character, right? Where I was like, I went to set, niggas calling me Ro, and I just going about my day. And then they start getting it, and they start calling me the character's name. And in Justice, I was a Muslim, so I grew my beard out, and I was like, I was a street nigga still, but. So I my homegirl Elle, who wrote the movie and she was the star of it, that was part of her real life. Like the whole story was kind of different parts of her life. Like her father was murdered back in the day, and it was by somebody close or somebody that was really close to her, if not her uncle. I don't know if it was her real uncle or like just a close family friend. Didn't pull a trigger, but kind of knew about it or knew it was going to happen and didn't say or do anything.
Right.
So it was like I was playing a real person in her mind, and she said, other than the scurvy shit, I reminded her of him. You know what I'm saying? So I really, and he wasn't Muslim or nothing like that. That was added, but the other part of just being a slim, fresh, cool nigga, and then she was like, I forgot what she said he used to wear.
You were that. You were the character. You were the character.
Yeah, but like I wore it. People, a lot of people don't. Some people realize it, but everything I wore in that movie, other than when I got shot, was Gucci, head to toe. You know what I'm saying? But she said her uncle used to wear something, and I was like, well, I'm gonna wear Gucci the whole movie. So every shirt I had on, every hoodie, every t-shirt, every all the Jordan pants, even down to towards the end, even down to the shoes, I had on some old school Gucci's. You know what I'm saying? And so just that, like that aspect, just diving in completely. You know.
Okay. What are some of the challenges you've been facing with acting?
Memorization.
Remembering that shit.
Yep, that's one of my Achilles heels, man. Like it's just, it's. You know, I'm big on manifesting and I'm big on speaking things into existence, but you know, it's a level of reality, and it's one thing that has always been. It's always been like this thing, right? Where once again, like I said, my man Ron Dance, I got a hype man because I get on stage and get to the third song and just. So I needed somebody that knew the beginning of every one of my verses. You know what I'm saying? When I would get like,
nigga, help.
Yeah, help, nigga, help me, please. So with acting, it's even a tougher thing to do because I didn't write it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing when you write it and you kind of like, hey,
somebody else, come back it's somebody else shit.
But like, yeah, somebody else's story, somebody else's life, even whether it's made up or not, somebody else wrote it and they wrote it in their
how they seen it.
Or they're writing it from the perspective of somebody else that's not me. So I usually take that and I always change up my script a little bit. So whatever it is, whether it's how Roland Coit was said, whether it's how RoSpit was said, or whether it's whatever the character I'm making up, how I feel they would say it, I change it to keep the essence of what it is, but say it in a way of whatever character that is. So that makes it a little easier, but it's just memorizing all that stuff, man. And it's real short-term memory. It's people don't, my man, Demar, he
shout out to Demar in the comments too, man. Shout out to Demar, man. Hey, hit that share button, man. Shout out to Tone Gotti. Shout out to Stack City Dreads.
Oh yeah, niggas in here, huh?
Yeah, they in here, man. Salute to the comments, man. Hope y'all hit that share button, man. I hope y'all hit that share button. What is some of
I was saying, I told Demar one time that the moment I shoot the scene and they yell cut, I forget everything. That moment. So if we got to go back and do it in 10 minutes, I got to go look at the script again and get back.
I got to get back in that mode, in that time frame of what I just had. I can't do it again unless I go and get it right.
I learned it for that minute, for that moment, and it's the moment they yell cut and we on to the next scene. I forget about that, and I forget, you know. So I gotta like memorize it again. I don't even know if that's the word, but you know,
rememorize sound good. I don't know. I ain't gonna fact check it, but it sound good. You got me with it. All right, that shit, fuck it, shit. What is some of your future plans with as far as this whole acting thing goes?
Really with acting, just trying to take roles that are stretching my limits. You know what I'm saying? That are kind of pushing me to be to not look up and be like, oh, that's Ro. You know what I'm saying? Like to play roles that's like, man, I know Ro and that's not him at all. So the fact that he's doing this and I believe it, that means I'm doing something good. You know what I mean? And then on the other side of it, it's like directing and producing. That's where the real
Yeah, I was
money
about to
is.
say, I know we got some ambition for RoSpitting Tarantino in this motherfucker, man.
Yeah. I've already directed a couple movies, right? Where that they're not out yet, but I've already directed like 2 or 3 movies. But every time I do that, I learn a little more. And then like my man, I'm taking a class with Brian Taylor. He's a super dope director and just a acting coach and an actor. But I learned stuff from him just sitting back watching. You know what I'm saying? And my man Kamal Smith and Dennis Reed and Coach and Murder and all these guys. I'm around those guys. Even when I'm not in the movie, sometimes I just go to set and sit back and watch them because that makes I feel that makes me a better actor if I know how people are directing, or I'm able to take what the director wants and blend it to what I'm giving and we both happy with it. So
and in that way, it's a unique product. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's his character, but it's your way type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, dig that. You got any last words, man? Before we get up out of here.
Nah, man. I appreciate you, brother. You know what I mean? Like you know, a lot of times, just in general, as black men, we don't give each other our flowers while we can smell them. But for what you do for your city, for what you do for your side of town, for what you do for your family and what you represent, man, it's not to go unnoticed. And if ain't nobody telling you to keep going with what you're doing, don't you know? I want to be the first. You know what I mean? A lot of times, being independent, I know this from experience. I ain't speaking from no other point of view other than I've been through it too, right? We don't always get everything that we put out don't always come back to us, right? And it gets discouraging, and it gets and sometimes, you know, some people fall off the train and never get back on it, right? And I know from what I've seen you do from day one to day now, keep pushing and keep going, bro. From the rapping, from the battle rap to the music to the doing shows, like putting on shows and performing shows and doing all this, to what you're doing with media now. It's all a story, bro, and it's always and it don't stop until it stops. Until you write the end, or our maker writes the end. That's when it stops. But keep going and keep pushing, because what you're doing is valuable, and that's the thing about independence, man. When whatever it is finally clicks, you writing your own ticket, brother. And I want to commend you, and I want to tell you to keep doing it, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that so much, man, from the heart, man. You know, thank you for, you know, giving me your time and coming through. This has been a great show, man. I really appreciate you, man. Give me your time. And what's the latest drop that you got right now on Tubi? What's the latest drop?
The latest one is The Other Brother. That just dropped maybe 2 weeks ago. And then
what's next?
The next one I believe is called Vindicated. And it's he just started. Actually, the trailer was supposed to drop at 6 o'clock. Like when we was getting on this call. I don't know if it has yet because I've been doing this, but the trailer for it, and it should be coming out. I think it's already been submitted to Tubi, so it, you know maybe a couple weeks or a month or so. It should and it's episodes. So it's me, Ebony Tates is the lead, and I'm the support to her. But a lot of
bits.
Yeah, I think Vita is in it. If not, I believe she's supposed to be in season 2. But that's my man Ron Elliott, who did Quick Money with Brandon Lee. This is his series, and it's really special, man. And it's one of the first. It's the first thing that I had to show emotion in and cry and show these other different ranges of emotion.
Your range. Had to show your range.
Yeah. And I shot it I think we shot it late 2024. So it's over a year and some change old. But that was like, I believe that was the first movie that I did that the method acting, right? Where I was
into
that
that
character,
person.
man. Yeah, and turned into that person. And that was like the one that made me say, like, this is I see why people do this, right? But also it's heavy, man, because you're reaching for these emotions from something that really happened in real life. And it's like at least with me, sometimes I feel like I'm using that, and that's not always right. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like say for instance, I'm not gonna tell you what I pull from to get there, but it's like if you like if your grandmother died, right? And you like, and every time when you do think about that, you know that it can take you to a place, but it's
Mhm.
like you don't want to. Part of me doesn't want to use that for
You
a
want to go
movie. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's like this some real life shit that's happened either to somebody or somebody close to me or somebody else or maybe even myself. And that's the tough part about it. So it's heavy and it weighed. Like the first time I did that, we had some more scenes to shoot. I'm like, man, I'm going home, bro.
So yeah,
I
it
cried for
wore
like
me out
45
mentally.
minutes.
Mentally wore you the
Yeah, I
fuck
cried
out
for
for it.
45 minutes and they prayed over me and I was like, man, I'm going home. And hopefully I'll come back tomorrow, bro. But
Right. I
thank God
don't
I
know if I
did
like
because
feeling like this shit.
yeah, but it's special, man. So I can't wait to see it either.
Okay, well that's what's the name of it again?
It's called Vindicated. VC.
Vindicated,
It's like
dropping soon.
Vindicated. Yeah, it's like you know how you got Law and Order SVU.
Uh-huh.
It's Vindicated VCU, and it's about like my character. I don't want to get a whole thing away, but my character is like I own businesses and I got these things, but I'm like a I don't want to say a pimp, but I'm like trafficking women. That's like my nighttime thing I do, and then some people kind of come into play, and I don't know that they the police, and then we kind of fall for each other, but they're looking for me, not even
Right.
knowing that I'm right there. It's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
we ain't gonna give it away, man. Vindicated, man. That's dropping soon on Tubi, so make sure y'all tap that out. The other brother is out on Tubi right now. This Vadar Vision, man. We live. We had a dope ass show with my main man RoSpit again. RoSpit, man. Thank you for tuning in and fucking with me, man. And I appreciate the words you just gave me, man.
Love for sure. 100.
All right, man. Well, you know, I'll get back with you, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, Spit. Thank you, man. Hey, man. Vadar Vision. Again, shout out to RoSpit. Sliding through, rocking with me. I got some shit on my on the flow. Shout out to Ill Will. Ill Will just threw me an alley-oop. We're gonna make that happen too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro. Tune in Wednesday. I have Max the Realist on. He got a project he just dropped called The Hove Tapes, mixtape he just dropped called The Hove Tapes. We're gonna sit and chop it up. You know, me and him. There's gonna be some funny shit. Expect some funny shit, man. But tune in Wednesday at 6, man. I got Max the Realist on, and I got more stuff dropping. So tune in to Vadar Vision to know who about to be on this motherfucker, man. And I'm about to start dropping my own content to some other shit too, man. But in order to get tapped in with all of this, I'm gonna need you to go subscribe, follow, like, you call it, whatever you want to say, to Vadar Vision on all platforms, man. Vadar Vision on TikTok, Vadar Vision on Instagram, Vadar Vision on YouTube, Vadar Vision on Facebook, Vadar Vision on X, Twitter. Follow Vadar Vision, man, for all updates. I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, Vadar Vision on Cash App. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Hey, man, I'm building something, man. I'm building something. I might need a little help from here, there. You know what I mean? So yeah, Vadar Vision on Cash App too, man. Follow Vadar Vision on everything, man. Y'all know what's up, man.